Half in lag.
It's starting.
It's starting.
Welcome to Expose and Express Live. And here are your hosts, Jenny Umali, Burns Bayabo, Jill Sivenbrook, Rochi Disagan, and Daniela Nastasi. Hello, beautiful people. Jenny Umali here, and welcome to Expose and Express Live. We are now live here on Facebook and YouTube, and also on our website. So, I want to introduce to you my beautiful and amazing co-host, Burns, Rachi, and our co-host for today is my son, Jonathan Tandim. So, Nathan, would you want to share something to all our viewers for today?
Hey guys, my name is Nathan, and I'm thankful that I'm your guest co-host for today. I recently graduated business management at my university, and I'm a content creator for Expose and Express.
Thank
That's
you so
it.
much,
Yay!
Nathan. So, I'm so excited to share with you on how to have fun without inviting people over during holidays. So it has always been a tradition that a gathering is done when it comes to celebration and holidays. So we are usually excited to get the party started, sending invitations ahead of time, planning where the celebration will take place, and even RSVPs, which is in the Filipino culture, it doesn't really happen. So, anyways, it will be a different show this year. So we must accept that we won't be going to go back to the way things were. But we have our beautiful guest for today, and I couldn't wait to introduce this amazing person. I met this guy when we were kickboxing. Yes, I was once a kickboxer. So, without further ado, I want to introduce to you a very good friend of mine, a very handsome and hunk guy. So, Michael Jones.
Hi guys.
How
Hi.
are you today?
Uh,
Oh my God, you're looking so good. All that working
I've,
out.
lost, I've lost 40 pounds.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
All right.
You
That's
look
amazing.
amazing.
So, before anything else, I want to share with you who Michael is. All right. So, Michael is the producer of the Silver Heart production, and he's also an actor. He's a tarot card reader. Well, I really like the your latest acting gig.
Thank you.
So, Michael, what have you been doing today?
So
How's
today,
going? You're
so
in Mexico, right?
I live in New Mexico, but I flew to LA last night, and I'm at a friend's house by the pool. So I just finished working out, and actually one of our kickboxing members showed up. Do you remember Shangfar?
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
she joined because it's all online. So she joined, so it was fun. So I just worked out, had to change, and it's like it's already 100 and something here. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That is
Um, but it's good. I mean, I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I get up and I give thanks. That's my first thing.
Uh-huh.
And good to see Jenny and Christian and everybody, and nice to meet you all. And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
glad
So,
you're here.
Michael, I know that you've been, entertaining a lot of people
Yeah.
here on Facebook, and I cannot deny that, you have a lot of followers. And every Wednesday, we attend your virtual dance DJ party.
Thank
And I don't know where you get your energy.
I know.
Seriously, Michael.
I know.
Seriously.
I have people text me after the show. They're like, "How do you do it?" And I'm like, and again, I did it as a joke the first night just for fun because I had nothing to do. And
Yeah.
then in like, I don't know, maybe like 20 something weeks straight, every Wednesday,
I
And
know.
I literally make it up. I never know what I'm going to, I always come up with a theme and I have so much fun. And I think what keeps me going is like during the show, people are texting me or afterwards, like, dude, that's great. It's like, it's the 1 hour a week. We don't think about COVID. So I just do it out of love and it just fuels me up and it just gives me more energy. And I love it. So.
Yeah.
You know, people
Hey,
love
give me the link on that.
Well, I get, you know what, Rochi? You should what you call this? No, Michael, you should accept Rochi's friend
Okay, yeah,
request.
you guys and you too, Nathan, everybody. I love everybody. Come on out. So,
Oh, you know, okay. So, Michael, I really want to find out what our guests and our fellow co-hosts plan this coming holiday season. So,
Right.
September is literally a gateway to holidays, especially in the Philippines when it's Vermont. Like, it's so bad, but you know that the virtual holidays it's not gonna be the same. But as human being, we
Right.
tend to really give our good energies and inspirations, just all these beautiful energies in us. So we're just gonna make this happen, and that is for sure. So I have a question: what are your plans, and what do you think with these virtual holidays now? So, what are your plans? So, let me begin with, of course, our special guest, Michael, and then Jonathan, and then Burns, and Broadsheet.
well, like I said, I would have been at home with my daughter, but I had to come to LA. I had a meeting yesterday, and my girlfriend lives in LA. So we're gonna go to the beach tomorrow. We're doing an angel retreat. So we're gonna spend 4 hours on the beach with our angel teacher and just learn more. So I'm just gonna be in that mode. Yeah. And it's tough because like I really do want to fly to the Bay Area to see my mom and aunt, but they're 85 and 83, and so I don't. And I think that's been a little bit difficult, is not having that human connection with at least my mom and my aunt because they are so older. But and I have a big family, but it's okay. It's just you make do, and I think just right now we have to accept it and be like, all right, it's not the end of the world. We will figure it out. So I know it sucks.
That's
I
right.
want some of that good food you guys always have. So good.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's right. So, wait, Rochi, can you please tell us what the holiday is all about here in the US? Because I don't think people know what we have, like a 3 days, right? So we're
Today?
on holidays, right?
Wait, today?
On the Labor Day
Yes.
weekend.
Today? Our holiday today? Yeah, it's the Labor Day weekend, supposedly. Supposedly, but
Yes.
maybe
Yes,
it's
Labor
an holiday.
Day. That's right.
Well, for those in the Philippines, it's actually like people don't go to work on Monday, supposedly, but many people are working from home. But then the kids
Yeah.
have break. Yeah, it's one of, I think in the Philippines they also have what they call also like a Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
But for us here in the States, what I notice is that the Labor Day is mostly like almost the end of summer
Right.
for
Yeah.
everyone, because after that kids go back to school, and like tonight we're going to like a little get together because she's gonna close her pool now because we're here in New Jersey. So
Okay.
every year we have like what we call like end of or closing the pool party for us because it's the last day.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
No, because it's like they have to close the pool because we never know, like within a few days or even a few weeks we might have a snowstorm. It's New Jersey, we have crazy
yeah.
weather here. So
So,
we will be
Nathan.
closing it.
So,
Yeah.
Nathan, can you please tell us what's going to be the holiday feels like there now in the Philippines?
I think that a lot of people would be opting for a virtual sort of holiday wherein you'd be talking to your relatives or to your loved ones through video platforms, because I don't think anyone really wants to risk like
Yeah.
going to another person's house and like you're not really certain of things with your health, and you just really want to like the greatest gift that you can give during the holidays right now is like safety and like good health. So
Yes,
the
I like
Philippines
that.
in the Philippines right now, I think, well, for me, I'd opt for a virtual sort of party instead of actually going to a friend's house or going to my aunt's house. Something
Yes.
like that.
Good job.
Actually, I noticed, Jenny, that they are way stricter in the Philippines.
Yes, that's what
Compared
I
to us.
I think there's more people getting infected with, COVID. So that's why it's stricter over there.
Wow.
It's really because like the number of COVID cases started going up when we started mass testing. So
Right.
that's when we started knowing that, oh my God, like this is actually what's happening, because at first we weren't mass testing, so nobody really knew the exact number. And now that we're doing it, we're like,
Yes.
oh, this is serious. Like you gotta stay home. Don't go outside.
I mean, seriously, it's so funny. The first stimulus check that they received after, so there's a lockdown, and then there was a stimulus check. Like you would see people like drinking outside already, buying alcohol at the store. And like, people
Priorities.
drinking.
Well, honestly, we cannot blame these people, especially even here in the US. We cannot blame them, like really wanted to go to the beach, have fun with their friends and family. But what I've seen is that they're also practicing social distancing. But since our topic is about virtual party, then why don't we share our ideas to all the people who's watching us right now? And so with you, Rochi, since you have 4 children, so what do you think is necessary for all of you, for your kids, and just like how you're going to do the virtual party with your family who is also in the Philippines?
Right now, well, my kids, they're already in middle school and high school. They have their cell phones, they have their own Chromebooks, so they're always online.
Yeah.
And the only issue here is that our Wi-Fi may sometimes be working too
Reliable.
much. Yep, and they'll be like screaming like, "I'm not connected." I'm like, "Can you turn off one of your electronics?" But that one, I think, because they already have their the connection with their, I think they're more into online or cell phones or texting now instead of the
Face to face. Yeah.
face to face. So they're so used to it, so it's like nothing. And then a few times, not this week, but during the summer, they would sometimes go to a park because parks are open for us, and like maybe 2 or 3 will hang out in the park. They don't do the big groups anymore. It's really like the closest friends they have, just for like a 2 hour, because they don't want to go to somebody else's house. So they would go to like a neutral place. So they, parents will drop them in the park for like an hour or two and then pick them up after.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's so important because I see this a lot. I've been talking to other parents who've got kids, and because of because they're online all day long, it's sort of like they need to get out and get energy and exercise or just fresh air, because you'll be inside all day long. And I just think we already have enough problems with weight issues in the United States and when they're kids. Anyway, I
That's
think
true.
they just need fresh air and just like turn off all electronics for a couple of hours and reset your mind.
Yeah, that's some great advice, actually.
I'm really glad that you opened that up, because I believe that Nathan here, he's millennial, and I'm sure that he can really relate with all this, gadgets and whatnot. Because I remember when I was still in the Philippines, I did not really give them phones until I felt like, okay, it's ready for them. They're responsible. How young are you, Nathan, when I gave you your phone?
Well, I had the Nokia that didn't actually like have the it's not super like high tech, but then I could text and
No camera.
call. Yeah, no camera. Like it was the snake that I could play with. But then I didn't get an actual like phone until later. A lot later than I'm supposed to. I think. Yeah. But
Yes,
with
because nowadays it's way different. Nowadays, we like everybody, young, old, adults, like
everybody has
even
that.
babies. We see this on YouTube. Like babies are crying when you took the gadgets off their hands. So
Yeah.
I mean, are you you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I
Oh
feel
my God. Yeah, so
bad.
Nathan, yeah, so Nathan, like, how is it there in the Philippines, especially with your age? Like, are you disciplined enough to put away your cell phones, your laptops when you know that, okay, so it's time?
Well,
Because
ever since,
I'm not there to scold you.
yeah, well, we're pretty like disciplined
He's a
and
strict mom.
independent. Yeah, ever since. So, like, what I would usually do is when I wake up, I wouldn't like as much as possible. I try not to like touch my phone, and I try to like do my affirmations and manifestations for the day to get me started. And then during the day, I'd be working for Expose and Express, and I'd make content. But then I'd usually like play with my cousins, or we do like online games. That's what we do. And then I used to work out. I'm kind of lazy right now, but I used to work out like at the start of the quarantine, and then I'm trying to get back to it. And then I do yoga too. So yeah, that's
Ah,
usually what I do. I lessen my screen time as much as
Nice.
possible. That's it.
That's
So,
so
Rachi,
yes. Okay, guys, I have a question for you, especially Michael, because I if you don't know yet, I am actually a food allergy mom. Three of my kids have multiple food allergies.
Wow.
So when it comes to parties, like being invited for the past 10 years or so, they already know the rules in my house. Like
Right.
they can't bring anything with nuts, or most of the time I will just ask them to bring a bottle of wine or more. Because this is for me, and then the rest is like everything I prepare it here at home, because I don't want them to have cross contamination or any allergens in the house. So that is my rule when I try to host a party. But for you, if you're gonna have like at least hosting, or some big events in your house, probably, what do you think will your family or friends think when
honestly,
you,
yeah.
or if you're gonna give any rules in your house like this time, regarding social distancing, or the number of people you're gonna invite in your house? What do you think will they feel?
Yeah, because we cannot avoid them, right? We cannot
Yeah,
avoid them like asking us to, hey, we're fine, we're good. So why don't we meet up just like five people? So would you allow that, Michael?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm rather new to where I just live, so I don't really know a lot of people. It's just been me and my daughter, and she does have a gluten-free condition, so I'm
oh,
just used to it. So I forgot it's not celiac, it's whatever that thing is where you can't have gluten and dairy. So I'm accustomed to, and my girlfriend's the same way. So I'm like, all right. So again, I make sure, like, I like the idea of bring more wine. Just bring that.
and just bring wine.
I think
Um,
I think the one is the safest.
I think like when I cook, I'm just so instinctual. I just make sure I don't really use a lot of dairy anyway or cheese. So I just make it. And to be honest with you, you can't even tell the difference. Like
Yes,
half the time I have these
exactly.
plant-based sausages or the meat, and if you didn't tell me,
Hmm.
I wouldn't know. I'm like, okay. So I think it's just about consideration because, and what's happening, which I realized too, because as I'm older, I've been allergic to certain things, and I've asked, and they're like, just your body changed, and because of the way foods are being made and everything else,
Yes.
everything
Hmm.
changes. So I think as long as you are aware and you're kind of respectful, say, okay, well, we know here I have some meat lovers, I've got the veggie people, and I've got the whatever. I think we just always have to accept the fact that someone's going to always have some sort of element, and
yeah,
just be respectful, and again, let people know in advance, hey, my children have got this, please don't bring that into the house, or etc., or I'm going to prepare these dishes, is that fine for you? And that way I just think it makes it easier for everybody. I don't know.
yeah, that's true.
It's about
But
communication, that's really it.
yeah, when we have to go somewhere for a gathering, Jenny brings her little dish that she can eat because
Yeah,
she is sensitive
right.
to many things. So
Same thing,
yeah,
like she brings
I
me little dishes with her, and I'm like, all right,
yeah, it's
okay.
like we bring something to share, and she brings something for her as well that she can also share, but it's
Right.
specific to her.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult because so you don't want to restrict others from enjoying their food.
Right.
So we're considerate and bring her own. So
Right. That's right.
yeah, I could totally relate.
Mhm.
Actually,
Well,
Nathan also has allergies.
oh, you
Yeah, I'm
do.
allergic to eggs, poultry, and anything that's like,
Oh, wow.
I think,
How about
too high
shellfish?
in shellfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
should
God.
blame your mom.
Guys,
Not from your
guys,
mom.
Yeah.
Right? Eggs are important for everything.
And yeah,
well, guys, I actually like. Do you think that this is? Do you think that because of all the things that happening today, that we can no longer really get together like huge gatherings? Do you think it is also an advantage, especially for Rochi and Nathan, of course me as well? Like, do you think it's an advantage or safer for us? Like, I remember one of my coaches actually told me that there's good and bad with what's happening today. So it's like people are more aware of like it's aware of your needs. I think they're more aware of like we don't need huge stuff or a lot
Yeah,
of material things. Like we don't need to have a lot of people in the house.
I
We can
think
just connect to them.
I
In
think I look at it.
the ocean.
I look at it as an advantage actually because then your connection is more intimate with your
Exactly.
guest because it's small,
Right.
Unlike when there's a lot of people, you're like a social butterfly, trying to entertain everybody, and that's hard because your attention is spread out. But if you have like a small group of people, then you can intimately like
Right.
interact with them and really get to know what's going on with their lives.
Right.
So I think I look at it as an advantage, actually.
I've been telling people, and I tell myself, again, it's unfortunate what's happening, but I think COVID is actually here to tell everyone to slow down, because now we're realizing, you know what, I don't need to spend 2 hours to go to in traffic to get to San Francisco to work. Now, all these companies are realizing, oh, half these people can work from home, and you're going to get better. You're going to get better work from people when they're at home without stress and all this, and now you can be with your family. And it's a double-edged sword, because there's some people, probably like you, Rashi, you get to be with your kids who you love.
Yeah.
Other people in households, it's not as nice. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword. But I think this whole
They
thing
can't
is
stand it.
to get back to reality. Yeah, because it affects all of us, and sort of like, okay, family's important. And what I say is, it's making us realize, or at least for me, what time that we have here and how do we use it. Because it's affecting everybody. So it's sort of like, okay, how do we readdress and redirect our energy and our focus? And again, I think it is more intimate time with your family and loved ones and more one-on-one. And yeah, so I mean, it sucks, but I do feel like it kind of, hopefully, it's bringing a lot more people some awareness, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, what I learned, Therese, because during COVID now is it's okay. It's more accepted now to have that small groups. Because us for just to inform you, Michael, for Filipinos, when it comes to parties, it is very
There's like
usual
50 people.
to invite
Everybody,
the whole. I don't know, your whole town to be in your house. Sometimes even if you don't want them or even if you don't know them, you can tell somebody will just go there. Like you invited a couple and then they would invite their friends and the family of their friends
Oh
to
my
your
God.
house.
Right, yeah.
And for us, if you are a host, you're like, yeah, it's fine. But now it's like, I think like for us, when we got now with, I've been with our friends, we do small gatherings. It's really
Right.
like 10 people, 12 people. And it's
Right.
just this core group that you
Yeah.
want to hang out with,
Right.
which is, and it will give us like what, 2 hours of like nice
Right.
conversation. It's not
Exactly.
just getting to know you or even if like, I would say being two-faced, just trying to be a polite host. Like polite host to show off something. It's not
Right.
that. It's
Yeah.
more of like really
It's just
what
real.
you wanted. Yep.
Yeah. So, Michael, actually, I remember when we invited you to,
A couple of events, karaoke stuff, right?
yeah, yeah,
I missed that.
we did that. So Michael Burns and the rest of our friends like Melissa, Brian, Christina, Jorge, Vinny, and all these beautiful people here. We all gather together to sing, dance, just like the band at home, stay at home. And it's funny, like, I missed it so much to the extent that I texted Michael and asked him to play music because he's doing. So, Michael, can you share us why did you came up with that? It's genius. Why did you come up with that? And you're not even like a really professional DJ, but
No.
you nailed it.
I literally did it, you guys. I mean, I just did it one night for fun. I didn't even know, like, just mixing on my laptop. And then I bought I have a little DJ. It's portable and it's great. I can scratch and and mix. And I bought it for like $50. I'm like, all right. And then people are like, wait, are you going to do it next week? I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, do it next week. I started and I really put thought into it. I have themes. Like, I literally have themes. So like generally by Sunday, Monday, I figure out what my theme is going to be for the week, and I'll curate all the music, and I'll build a playlist, but what happens is that night, I make it up as I go. So whatever plan I think, I'll stay within my genre, and again, I feel I've gotten good to where I'm actually mixing and scratching with the timing, and I do it by beats per minute, and I've just been like having fun, I think what fuels me is the fact I'm doing it live, having fun. And what's funny is in the beginning, because I was nervous because it was live, so I'd always drink as a crutch. What would happen is I'd get drunk. And then so my girlfriend would be like, all you do is call me after the show and you cry because you're all emotional. So I started drinking like the past month. Because like my daughter's like, oh my God, it's Wednesday. Dad, you're going to get drunk. You're going to start crying after your show. No. So now I just do it straight. I just drink my iced coffee during the show. But I love it. And what happens is the music just fills me up. And when I see everybody commenting, that just pumps me up more. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. And I love it. And, now I'm at the point where I'm actually looking at bigger mixing boards. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not a real DJ, but it's fun. And I don't expect anything from it. I don't know. It's just crazy. I love it though. It's the one thing that it really just does make me feel happy that I'm making other people happy, at least for 1 hour. And that's what keeps me going.
That's
So, I don't
amazing.
know.
Yeah, that's really
It's
amazing.
your new skill during the pandemic. Like everybody's been like finding out new skills, and this is yours.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
I didn't expect that.
Because I have real DJ friends, and they're looking at me like, Jones, what are you doing? I don't know. I just.
I didn't know that I have so many friends who loves to cook, and they're selling it now. Like seriously,
Everybody's about it.
I love it.
Oh my gosh! So,
It's either baking or cooking. And
yeah, you turn it into a business. Remember, as a business coach, I already know who has the skill, who has the capability or the potential to really like be a successful entrepreneur, business owners. And then so I would talk to my friends like, you know what, you have the potential. Why don't you start doing this? So I give them ideas, and they'll be like, no, this was during the non-pandemic days, okay? So they'll be like, oh no, I don't think so.
I just had an idea for Michael. Michael, next time when people ask for requests, they have to donate $1 or $2.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would at a bar or
I know, you're right. I mean, like my other DJ friends are legitimate, and so my other friends, they actually have it on Twitch, or whatever, and they have a button like you can donate. I mean, I just do it for fun. I'm not here to make money. Jenny,
we're your manager.
But Jenny, here's the funny thing, because, and this is another thing when I realized, because I do the virtual thing. I do my exercising now on Zoom. Today there was like 15 of us, but also there's 2 people I've met, and they've done Reiki for me virtually.
Yeah.
And that's amazing because, and these are 2 people that I've never even met before in my life, but they're in my angel class, and we have to do energy exchange. I'm like, all right. But it's amazing how even that you can do virtually for someone.
Mhm.
And I think we're realizing that you don't have to have an actual business or store or shop or whatever. You know, we can get, and I think that's what's happening here is that this is making us get more creative.
Yes.
We'll do what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually find some of this amazing. Like, wow, you know, I don't know, kind of crazy. I don't know.
I know. So going back to my story, so everyone is like doing all the things like cooking and whatnot, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I shift my my career into a business coach, a life coach, and a Reiki healer because everybody's cooking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. You're,
Cooking. I was just curious, honestly, like Nathan, how about like your age? Do you see, because right now my friends on my Facebook, they're like my age, like 30s to 40s. So how about you? Have you seen a lot of your colleagues or classmates before who are also doing, creating their own business or making their own business?
Yeah, like a lot of people right now, like that are the same age as me, they're starting to bake or to sell some stuff online, which I think is really a creative way of like making the most out of their time during this pandemic. I feel like a lot of people just really want to like be productive because you know you have so much time in your hands and you just don't really want to do nothing because
Yeah,
it's, I don't know, it's such a waste of time. So you know, being creative in a way wherein you're actually like supporting your family a little bit, probably they're able to
Mhm.
support the family too, or like they're able to get money, and because probably they don't get allowance anymore because they're staying at home. So
That's
yeah,
right.
so
it's
Nathan,
really,
what's the question in the Philippines? Because I know I've been to China, kind of locked down the internet and everything. But is it accessible to like communicate with people in the Philippines and like social media and all that stuff?
yeah.
there's no restriction.
As
Okay.
of right now, there aren't any restrictions with regards to the information that's flowing. I
Right.
think a lot of people are very well informed right now. Although one of our main TV channels, which is for news, has been, it was closed down, or the franchise wasn't renewed, but we still have another
Right.
that's still giving us the proper information that we currently need. So yeah, no
Cool.
restrictions so far.
That's good.
That's good.
There's no
I just
freedom of speech.
I just
Oh,
wanted.
actually, speaking of being creative, look what my daughter did. My teenage daughter
Ooh,
did. This
Oh
is my
my
Nathan,
god!
baby
is that like a
Yoda.
crochet?
Yes, it
Crochet.
is actually
Ooh,
crocheted.
I want one. I'll buy one. That looks awesome.
Sure. Actually, yeah, let me know. It's entwined by Rihanna. She just put one in
wow.
Instagram
I love
because
it.
she was
It's
like
so
making
cute.
custom made crochet. I didn't know how that she can do crochet.
Oh my god!
Because before, I know that thread and needle doesn't go with me. It's
Right.
like, and
Me
and then
too.
I mean, I'll cook you, I'll bake, I'll cook you whatever you want or bake, but not anything with thread. Okay,
I
so
want to buy one. Will you tell her, please? That looks cute.
sure, I will. I will
Baby
tell her.
Yoda, so
Yeah,
cute.
So she was like, "How did she know?" Because I got one of those, presents from her sister, and then her sister never liked it. So instead of throwing away the thread and the needle, I said, "I'm gonna donate it." So it was there outside. And then one time she said, "Mom, do you know how to do this?" I said, "What I learned from my home economics class is how to make a straight line."
Right.
So I taught her how to do a straight line, and then she probably got like a foot long, and she's like, "How can I go back to make it thicker?" I said, "I have no clue. YouTube." And guess what? During this pandemic, this is what she did.
That's
She
amazing.
she keeps on making it, and then she's making it as presents now for her friends who's gonna have their sweet 16, because
Ooh,
they're
that's
they don't
so
have any
cute.
that's so like thoughtful and cute.
Yeah,
I'm
she actually made like a customized, if those who have pets, like pet dogs or pet cats, she would make one that looks almost exactly like the
oh,
pet.
awesome. That is so
It
cool.
I
actually
love
And
looks
it.
really well made.
oh,
Yeah,
thank you. It's fluffy. And
Legit.
I
It
want
actually, like,
Walter.
Look at that. That's so
even got a
cute.
tiny foot.
Oh
my God, that's
Amazing. I
But she-
really love it.
That's so cute.
Yes.
amazing.
Look at all of the smiles on your face.
Ooh.
I love it.
It is really cute.
Thank you. No, because I like it because she's like, I'm just gonna make one from my head. And I'm like, okay, do it. And I was surprised that it came out like this.
Yes.
And the other thing,
Yeah,
and
talent.
No, seriously, she should start, offering that online. Like seriously,
And-
it's legit. It's legit. It
yeah,
looks
actually,
really good.
and actually, I was surprised. I'll probably will be her marketing because you know what she said. You can do whatever you want with it. All I want is thread and needle and crochet the whole thing.
Oh, that's the sweetest. That's
Yes,
so
that's
sweet.
amazing.
And say all the proceeds go to your tuition fee.
College fund, right?
Right?
Yes, yes, actually. But Bryce, as a business coach, you're really good at like creating businesses for other people. You even gave Michael a suggestion, like
Monetizing his business.
so, as a business coach, and you've always been an entrepreneur ever since you were very young. Can you give like the loving millennials that we have right now? I mean, I'm really glad that Nathan is here because I know that we can connect to their
Age
generation as
group.
well. So is there anything honestly, like I want you to share what you did in the past, and now that you're still doing a great job with your businesses right now. So please say something
Well,
about that.
In the beginning, having a business online was really tough because people think an online business is a scam. And who's laughing now?
Right.
Exactly.
That is
Right.
true.
So I think like this is a perfect opportunity to discover like how to monetize something online because you can reach more people than just having like a brick and mortar actually, because if you're able to reach more people, then your revenue grows because you're not limited to a brick and mortar. Your customers are only the people that walk by. So I think like really building an online business and having like a really good value proposition will help you be successful having an online business. So think about like what do you do, what problem you solve for people, and then work from there.
Well, just like Rochi's daughter, that's a talent. That's a great
Yeah.
skill.
Oh yeah.
That is a great
Can
skill.
you imagine that she was able to create something like that, and it will grow, and that is for sure now because Toys R Us are out. There's a lot of toy businesses that are out right now. So, Michael, I have a question for you. Since
Yeah.
you're doing the production and what now? How is it now in show business? How is it now like you're doing?
Well, I haven't done anything. That's the problem. I've been on lockdown, so I've had 2 movies. We've been waiting. So next Tuesday, New Mexico finally opens up. But what I'm doing remotely, I'm having my conference calls. I still get in the car and I scout. We're prepping. I've been talking to every COVID company in New Mexico because I have to have a COVID plan, and it's just been a lot of work. But I haven't done any filming yet. It's slowly coming out there, and it's tough because there was, the whole reason I moved to New Mexico was all this production was happening, and then everything came to a screeching halt. And I've been fortunate where I have clients, so I can do my Zoom meetings and do paperwork from home. But I'm hoping I can get 1 movie off of this year before Christmas. It'd be great.
Yeah.
It's because it's an interactive job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actors and this and that, and you need to be so. It's a lot of planning, and you have to figure it out, and it's a lot of money. That isn't even the screen; it's just cost. So we're collectively figuring it out, but it sucks. I know. That's
It'll be okay. It'll be good.
Yes,
Have
exactly.
you ever
Exactly.
considered like creating like commercial ads for some clients? Like has anyone reached out to you for commercial ads?
No, I don't. I'm not really in the commercial world. I just do more of the features.
Mhm.
Not my wheelhouse. And also because I moved to I don't really still know a lot of people in New Mexico. So I've been coming back and forth to LA for stuff. But again, I haven't done any. The last time I was in a movie was in March. That was it. So I've been at home, and
Okay.
everything just kind of stopped. But it's slowly picking up,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
and I'm
that's
just finding,
right.
well, what can I do in my downtime? So I don't
Yeah.
know.
So since since it's already Burr month, so what are you guys planning? What are you guys planning to like just enjoy your holidays? What is it about holidays this year that you really want to improve? We're gonna have a lot of like adjustments, right? So let's give advice to people, to all the people who's watching us right now. Let's encourage them that this is not the end of the world, that they can still connect to their family. And like, come on, guys, I'm the number one living testimonial of living here in the US without my children, and yet this amazing internet, Facebook, video calls and whatnot, they've been a blessing for all of us. So I want everyone to just like, keep still and be happy for what you have right now. You can still connect a lot of people. And if you have like family members who's really like stubborn and they want to get together, even if they're not feeling good, say no to them. So
Mhm.
co-host and guest, Michael, Nathan Burns, Wachi, what are the things that you can give advice to our viewers right now who's also wondering, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next?
I
So,
mean,
Wachi,
I think, if you can, again, if you're safe and you find a very small group that you can connect with, that's fantastic. If not, just have empathy and love. And, it's not like we have to just wait for Thanksgiving. You can do that beforehand. I mean, we've been on holidays since March, the way I look at it.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So I think it's just about, you know, really just having empathy and having understanding, and try to find that love with any connection, whether it's one family member, two or three, and just get down to the basis of it. Like, hey, you know what, we're together, or even just friends, and just connect the best way that you can and understand it. I mean, that's all we can do. But here's the other thing I tell people: we also can't stop living, because everyone's like, well, I can't believe you're getting on a plane. I'm like, why? I can't stop living my life. The minute I do that, then I become a prisoner, and I'm not going to let this stop me, because if it ain't this, it's going to be something in our lifetime. So I'll be smart, but I still have things to do, because I go
Yeah.
crazy. I'm a Gemini, and I have to be active. But I know people that won't live in their house, and I'm like, no, I got to go to the store. I got shit to do. It's like, I'm not gonna like let this keep me trapped. You know what I mean? So I think
Yeah.
people have to, because if this is how it's going to be, then it's how it's going to be.
Yeah, it's good.
Figure it
It's
out and
getting
just
used
do
to,
it.
yeah, getting
You know?
used to it and working around it. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So.
that's
think-
for sure.
I think that
Wachi.
people.
Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, Nathan.
Go ahead, Nathan. Sorry.
I think people should take into consideration the consequences of their actions. So, like, if you really like wanna
Absolutely.
have a party that's like the normal kind, wherein like you're actually inviting people, I think you should keep it as intimate as possible, and like take into consideration like the consequences of your actions. Like that's really important right now. Like, because a lot of people will be affected, and you don't know like the the impact that you have with just having like this one gathering.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah.
Finally, Rachi.
Well, I think we just have to be more creative because I know most people don't know because we play badminton in the courts, so most gyms were closed, but we do like what they call a reservation. It's not open to the public. Actually, they just opened the gyms now here, but before that, like a few months ago, what we did is we are allowed to have like 12 people, on that one. So we would be in the badminton court because it's a non-contact sport and it's really far from each other. So
Yeah.
we do that. And then after that, because we can't eat out anymore. I mean, we can eat, but there are no restaurants. We just opened here in Jersey the indoor dining yesterday. But before that, like after a game, we're hungry. So what we do, we buy takeout, and it's funny because we're calling it the greatest picnic ever. Because we would go in the parking lot. Our cars are parked close to each other, and we just have chairs like those
Right.
beach chairs, and we are actually 6 feet apart from there, and
Wow.
we're eating, and then a few times there were cops like would pass by, and we're like, we're not doing anything because we're less than 10,
Right, yeah.
and we're all like,
Yeah.
and we and we're like, this is out, we're dining, we're not doing anything, we're in a public place, and we were just laughing. So I think just with my kids, a few times they would go to the park, it's like five of them, they are spaced out, they were eating, like, and I think we don't have to make parties complicated, because now when I realize, like, for the past 2 or 3 years, maybe you know that, Michael, too, like parties should be like well themed, all the decorations, all the 9 yards in there. Sometimes I think the little gatherings, as long as you're there with the right people and you're having fun, and that's a party in
Right.
itself. It doesn't have to be complicated. Like for us, we're eating in the parking lot.
Yeah, I think it's great.
And that's our party.
You find a way. You just find a way, and that's
Yeah.
how. And I think you're right. I think when you're planning it, you get so caught up in that you actually miss the opportunity to actually, like I think maybe Chris said earlier, to connect and really be, because you're hosting and you're so frantic, and now it's like all that's out the window. Now, like, let's just be here, let's just sit and talk. I don't need to like make the place look great or put out the sparkly things. It's like, let's just have a moment and just kind of be. And again, I think it's hopefully making everything look a little bit more simplistic.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny thing last night. So we had a couple of friends over because it was her birthday, and so we ended the night like at midnight, and then we're in bed, and somebody knocks on the door like bang, bang, bang. In the middle of the night, I'm like, I hope it's not cops because we weren't that noisy because someone was singing karaoke,
And we were like only like 4 people here.
Yeah, there's like 4 people in here. And then I open the door, I peep in the hole, and it's Rose, and she brings my Brian and Melissa over. And we're in our pajamas. Like literally just woke up from the bed. They want to continue their party from downtown. We're already like tired and we have an early day.
Well, this is a perfect example where our friends we are still not used not to see each other.
They're used to us like staying up late on the weekends and having our usual parties.
Well, I guess for me, the only thing that I would really give advice to a lot of people, your advices are really great, but I think it will always roll into one. Let's just be extra careful, and like I said, we respect people and family members who wants to be together, but make sure that you don't hurt them by giving them infections and whatnot. We are living in uncertainties right now, but it doesn't mean that we have to stop living, just like what Michael said. What's
That's
important
true.
is that you find ways to share your love, and you can just say and call them and talk to them over the phone and tell them how much you love them. And it's important to live a life with full of gratitude and loving energy within you, because no matter what, all these material things in our lives right now, it's gonna go away. It's not gonna stay here forever. And as a matter of fact, it's garbage.
Right.
You're gonna leave it all behind. You're gonna leave it all behind. We're ruining the earth here. So what's important is that have that loving energy within you and be open and let go of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone, let go of your ego, and just tell them how you feel about each other. I think that's the essence of having all these holidays, right? It is not about being together alone, but it is about telling them that you exist, that you are here supporting them, and that is your presence. So, with that said, I will want to, you know what? Last week, I actually gave a dare game where people post pictures of their cute and young pictures. So, I promised them that they're going to win my money mindset meditation ebook and money mindset meditation videos, and my shameless money confession ebook, or the book of love. So today we are going to play the wheel of fortune. So I kid you
Wheel
not,
of names.
this is
Interesting.
gonna be fun. Let me just, I don't know how to do this, but let me share. Let me try my very best to do this. Okay.
This is
So
something new. I'm curious now.
Wow,
I
that's
know.
cool.
So where is it? I'm not sure where this is. So no.
Now I'm thinking,
Where's the
Jenny, did I
actual
put my
window?
baby picture in there as well?
Sorry,
Where's
you're
the actual browser?
yeah, sorry you're late, but let me try this again. Let me try this again. So see, we're being creative here, right?
Yeah,
So
I
can you
love it.
see now? Can you
Wow,
see?
look at that.
All
Awesome.
right. So here is it. So I'm gonna spin the wheel. Can everybody see this now?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep,
So
yep,
we
yep.
have Ricky Torres, Brian Pastor, Crystal Mamuyak, Evelyn Rangel, Mayumi Gaite, Mary Ann Ball, Candice Usay, Claire Rosal, Cess Torres. So these are the people who actually posted their photos, and I'm gonna spin the wheel.
Oh.
I can breathe. I can breathe. Who's gonna win? Oh, oh, oh. Are you kidding?
Crystal.
Mamuyak! Woohoo!
Whoa,
Congratulations.
that's awesome.
Believe it or not, Crystal actually manifested this.
That's amazing.
You wanted it?
Really?
You know why? Because she said that she's very happy to receive the money mindset meditation. She
Nice.
posted it on Facebook, and I
Wow,
kid you not, she manifested it.
that's great. That's fantastic.
Ooh.
This is huge. So Crystal Mumuyak, she's also a baker. So you deserve this. And I can't wait to talk to you today because you're going to use that. So we're going to have our session today. So is there anything else that you would want to share? We still have 6 minutes or 8 minutes. So
Yeah.
if you want to share any of your businesses or events, or if you want to just, say hi
Um,
to people that you want to say hi to.
Okay, I'll start.
I mean, I
On Wednesday, don't forget, it's another episode of Getting Candid with Rochi. And my special guest for next week is Bongay Maloy for the AAYLF. So it's a very interesting topic because we're going to talk about how you could help children from Africa. Is it Africa?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, that's part of
And
Africa.
you can actually help them out, be away from this thing which is still happening right now called child marriages. So
Yes.
oh wow.
nice
Okay.
topic.
All right.
I was
Wow.
just thinking about it. Oh, Michael, can you DJ for us so we can fundraise money for?
Sure. You let me know. I'll do it. I love to do it for sure.
Also,
All
I'll
right.
coordinate. I'll talk to Bongay about it because she's
Whatever.
done like a fitness challenge also to raise funds. So maybe
Okay.
a virtual party might help.
Yeah. So I mean, just reach out to me. Let's connect for sure because I
Yeah,
didn't know that
yeah.
I didn't know that you had a show, so I like to support you, and I definitely want to get something from your daughter. Okay.
Sure.
Awesome.
Yoda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe or whatever else she has. I like other animals for gifts, but I like the Yoda thing. It looks cute. So.
That's good.
So, Brent, do you have any businesses that you want to share with us?
Well,
Okay, so-
I have my Endless Leads Blueprint. That's the endlessleadsblueprint.com. And it'll help you gather more leads for your businesses. And it's a whole masterclass that teaches you how to generate leads and how to actually attract your target audience. So
Wow.
visit that.
That's awesome.
Thank
And
you.
I would say
Go.
I just started doing angel reading, the card reading. So if you want to go to angelgemini.com, I do 15-minute sessions or 30-minute sessions. It's not tarot, it's more of an oracle, and I just channel the angel cards for you in a message. And yeah, so I'm certified now, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm really embracing it, and I really love it. So that's something I'm promoting right now. There you go.
That's
Nice.
really how you've grown into that spiritual side.
Yeah, I really have. I'm doing a 4-hour retreat tomorrow, so it's really I'm just
awesome.
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome. Love it, love it.
I love it, Michael. You did it.
Thank you. I mean, it's funny because because Christina emailed me. She's like, "Hey, do you want to do Reiki?" I'm like, "No." I said, "I know that's not my thing. I know where I'm at right now, and I'm embracing it. I don't need to do all. It's actually really, really working. I've 10 weeks now. I've been doing this course, and I got my healing bowl last night, and I'm doing my chakras, and so I'm embracing. I've got 4 different decks I do, and everyone I've given a reading to, they've said it's actually been accurate. People I don't even know, so I'm getting the confirmation. So
congratulations!
I'm just in that. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm surprised because remember when you were still here in California, I already told you that you are gifted.
I didn't know.
This
I didn't know.
amazing.
I was afraid to tap into it. I was afraid, and now actually, I actually start talking. I get messages from people that have passed on. I'm like, okay, just bring it. Just bring it.
I love it.
Yes, because you know what? I remember when I met Michael. It was a very raw conversation. Like he just poured his heart out and just told me that, you know what, I need this. I know that there's something in me that's really calling me into doing this. All these things. Like the calling is there, but he's not aware and he's not even know yet what is it. And I'm so happy and grateful that being part of this spiritual world, you added to this beautiful energy in our spiritual world. And
thank you.
of course, you can promote your business anytime. Like,
thank you.
I can't wait. I want to try this time. This time, you're gonna talk to me about that. You're gonna. Okay.
Give her. Not the other way around.
And I'm here to support all you. And I appreciate and thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Of course. Well, I'm so sorry that I just really called you because we're prepared. The scripts are prepared and whatnot. This whole thing is but I'm not
asking me, do you know anybody who likes to party or a party plan? I'm like, wait a minute, Michael. He does virtual DJ.
and the whole week actually it's about my checkup, general checkup and whatnot. So I'm so busy doing
it's so hot here. I'm so sorry.
It's so hot here as well because you're very hot. Okay.
No, I know, but it is like roasting out here.
He's very humble. Okay, so do you have anything that you want to give advice to our viewers right now, or do you have any events, or you want to promote events or businesses of your friends? It's let's inspire people by sharing what are the things that we can offer them. Like, so do you have anything to say, Nathan?
Yeah. All right, sorry. All right.
Nathan.
Oh, me. Okay. So I'm sort of like a skincare enthusiast, and I just want to remind people that you should really put on sunblock, especially when you're going out. It's really when you want to battle early signs of skin aging, you really want to put on sunblock as much as possible, even when you're just staying indoors, even if it's cloudy, because ultraviolet rays go through the clouds, even through your home. So really put on sunblock, and if you can, put on moisturizer as well. And then put on sunblock again, and then moisturizer again. So that's it.
Talking about really hot. It's true, right?
Right?
Yeah. Especially like what Michael said. It's really hot in here. So
this weekend it's just crazy. Just I'm already drenched, and then this is it's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, you can drop your clothes, Michael. It's sweet. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, I guess thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you for watching us, and I
Thank
hope
you.
that we gave you something that you learn from us as well. We are here to inspire you. We're here to give you, to encourage you and give advice. So just like what everybody is like telling, we all know this, that the love that you have will make the world go round, right? We are all connected to each other. So let's connect
Yeah.
each other, connect our energy by using the energy of love in us. So we're not gonna be bit by this pandemic or COVID. We're still gonna party. It's September in the
That's
Philippines.
right.
And I would want to say, thank you so much for being a light, being this beautiful energy today, and all the people who are actually watching us right now. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning there in the Philippines, Nathan. So guess what? Because we also want to connect to our kababayan in the Philippines, we are now moving to a new time slot, which is
Okay.
yay! So for Rochi, it's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern
Eastern
time.
Standard Time.
Eastern time. And then here in California, it's going to be 5 p.m. And in the Philippines, it's going to be 8 a.m. So
Oh wow.
we're gonna accommodate a lot of like Filipinos also in the Philippines and here in
Nice.
the US. And I can't wait to start our new time slot because actually Miriam Pantig, when I talked to her about it, she was very happy to do it because she also want to reach out to a lot of Filipinos. So Miriam Pantig is one of the um,
Famous singer
Famous
in the
singers, right?
famous singer. And also,
Wow.
please stay tuned to Lance Raimundo, one of the famous singer also in the Philippines. And you can check our events for the rest of the month, like September, October, November, and December. We already have events lined up or episodes lined up. So you can go to Expose and Express that live. And we wanted you to share with us your thoughts, and if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, especially with Rochi, who she is an at-home mom. She's the Frugalista mom and also has the Get Candid with Rochi on Facebook and
Nice.
YouTube as
Yes.
and
And my
this year,
blog.
yes, and the blog.
Wow.
Yes. So you know what? All the coaches here right now in front of you, we have the ability to help you and give you encouragement and advice to anything that you want to learn from us. Like Burns here, she's a business coach, digital. She's a
Marketing.
digital what you call that?
marketer.
Marketer. All right. And of course, Michael here. You cannot just reach to Michael for his angel card reading, but also when it comes to health and wellness. Because my gosh, you did it,
Your
Michael.
transformation is amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I kind of woke up. I've enlightened myself, and I knew where I had to get, and I exceeded my goal by way too much. Actually, I've lost too much weight, but it's fine. And I'm happy, and I just feel I have way more energy, and I just feel alive to lose all that weight because I had to release the death of my father, my divorce, all that, and shed it all. And now I'm in a new spot, new love, and I'm just like, yay!
Yay!
We're very happy for you, Michael, and you look
Yes.
amazing.
You look
Everything
Thank you.
that you're describing is showing. You're glowing. You
Thank
look
you.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
want to say thank you to my son Nathan for taking care of me when I really need his help when it comes to the script and everything else. Like everything, he's actually my virtual assistant. So we argue a lot.
A little bit.
A little.
They have the same personalities. Why?
Yes. I really like his dedication to really help me because not all our children is very supportive of what we do, but he's amazing. Thank you so much. And I know it's already 2 o'clock in the morning there, but we're going to adjust the time. So you have to wake up at 8, honey.
I love you, mommy.
8 morning. I love you so much. And Well, the reason why I asked Nathan to be part of this show as well is because I want to reach out to younger people that you know what, let's inspire one another, and let you need to inspire us too. So so thank you, Nathan. And as for me,
Thank you for having
I just really, I just really want to send you love, light, healing, and abundance. And if you want some Reiki healing, spiritual life coaching, and if you're spiritual healers and a life coach who are into their businesses and who wants to recreate and revamp their businesses, I'm also a business coach for all of you. So you can check my website. It's purplelighealing.com. So you can just send
Ooh.
me. Woo! So yeah, so and there's a lot of like merchants that you can find. We also have the money
Rain
rains
on
on
me.
Toro. So it's there you go. And we do have a lot of like bracelets that you can see there. What's this?
What's that?
There you go. Yeah. So
It's all crystals.
it's already past 12. So thank you so much. I love you so much. I am sending you
Thank you.
love, light, healing, and abundance.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Bye, you guys.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so much. All
Michael.
right. Nice to meet you. All right.
Nice
Bye
to
bye.
meet you.
Bye.
All right.